Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time where we are diving in to it. Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Jake Reviews. I review albums, movies, and sports games. And today, you have no idea how excited I am today. Today marks the very first episode of Jacob Predicts NFL Games for the week. That's right. Week 1 starts tomorrow. Kicks off tomorrow with Thursday. And man, I have been planning to do this predicting and recaps of every single game. I have been planning on doing this ever since I started my channel back up in January. I mean, I have a video where I talked about the Super Bowl. So I got a little bit of last season in there. A lot of NFL content coming, a lot of non-NFL content coming. Make sure to give some support to my last video. I said to put up that video before all this NFL thing started. So, how the schedule is going to go is I am making my prediction videos on Wednesdays, day before the game, and so this video will be out Thursday. And I am making my recap videos on Tuesday, which those videos will be out Wednesday. So you get a Wednesday-Thursday combo, which is pretty cool. So, basically what we're doing, just like a lot of other NFL YouTubers, I am giving my predictions and who I think is going to win every single game in Week 1. By the way, I am telling you who I think is going to win, not who I want to win. I'm not telling you who I'm cheering for, which, I mean, those are probably obvious, but, like, I am picking who I think is going to win. So I could pick a team I don't like to beat a team I do like. It's just, I'm trying to get these correct. I did these a lot on TikTok last year, and people seem to really like them. So I'm transferring over to YouTube and doing these on YouTube now. So how I did this, I have them written down right here. How I did this was in order for me to semi-stick out, because I know there's some YouTubers who are also doing this. But instead of, I am going to go through every single game of the week. But instead of going in order from Thursday to Monday night, I figured I could do that, but I want to do a little something different for me. So instead, I have decided to rank every single game this week from 16 to 1, or it's going to be however many games are on the week, because bye weeks. But I decided that every single week I am going to start with the game that will be the least fun to most fun, or like least competitive to most competitive. 16 to 1. We're still covering every game, but you have no clue what games is coming next, so it's pretty exciting. So not only am I telling you who I think is going to win, I'm also telling you telling you which games are worst and which games are the best. So let's kick it off. This is so exciting kicking this off. Let's kick it off with number 16, the worst game of the week, in my opinion. Some people say that my number 15 pick is the worst game. Number 16, I am going with the Giants vs. Commanders. Sunday in Washington. This game does not interest me. This game's going to be an easy Commanders W. This game should not be close. The Giants are not going to be a good team. They're starting Russell Wilson, which means they'll get 3 or 4 wins probably. I think they should have started Jackson Dart. I understand Jackson Dart will play eventually, but I think the Giants would have been okay starting Jackson Dart. But give me an easy Commanders dub. Jaden Daniels, he's not going to have a sophomore slump. I just think Commanders should easily take this game. By the way, I'm also not predicting scores because that's too much work. Number 15, give me the game that everyone is saying is the worst game. 15, give me Cardinals and Saints. Yes, this game is not good. It is two mediocre and not good teams. Give me the Cardinals. Obviously, it's very, very high contention that the Saints could be the worst team in the league. They have a rookie, Tyler Show, whoever that is. And Spencer Rattler, the Rat Man. Can't disrespect the Rat Man. Yeah, Saints are not a good team, and, you just got to hope, when is it the Cardinals' time to, step up and be like, okay, we're actually going to be a pretty good team this year, instead of just being a mid-team every single year. But no, give me an easy Cardinals dub, week 1. Kyler Murray, hopefully Marvin Harrison Jr. can be better, but Cardinals win. Number 14, I can see this game being a little higher, but in terms of on paper, these two teams aren't really that great. 14, give me Panthers versus Jags. Give me the Jags. Initially, I thought about picking the Panthers, but since getting rid of Adam Thielen, they're not the greatest team, although I do obviously hope that Bryce Young does get better as a quarterback, and I do think in the next 5 years, Bryce Young will be a good quarterback. But with the Jags, this is also kind of like a do-or-die season for Trevor. Hopefully Trevor can at least step up, because I'm not sold on him at all, and I know most NFL fans aren't. Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr. is coming back, who had an amazing rookie season. Travis Hunter is playing cornerback and receiver. He'll definitely get some targets this game, hopefully. But yeah, give me Jacksonville Week 1 dub. Number 13, this game's not really interesting at all. Number 13, give me Dolphins versus Colts. Give me the Dolphins. Once again, Colts, not sold on them at all. Don't love them as a team. Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones, either way, you're kind of getting screwed. They're starting with Daniel Jones, which, I mean, I think AR is a little better, but still, either way, you're not great. Yeah, Colts are just a mess. Jonathan Taylor's a good running back, but I think Dolphins, I also believe Dolphins aren't going to be the greatest team this year, but they'll definitely beat the Colts. I do think it's going to be a down year for Tyreek Hill and a down year for Mike McDaniel. I think if Dolphins don't have a good year, I think he's gone. I think if they don't get a playoff win, I think he's fired. Mike McDaniel, he's fired. But give me Dolphins Week 1 win. Number 12, I'm shocked it's so low, but give me the first game, Cowboys versus Eagles. Thursday Night Football. I'm not going to lie, for an inaugural game to start the season, this game isn't the best. Give me the Eagles handedly. This game should not even be close. I don't see a single scenario where the Cowboys win. I've seen people on Twitter say this could be an upset. I don't know how. Eagles look really good with Saquon and Jalen Hurts. Cowboys, I'm a big fan of CeeDee Lamb. Obviously, everyone knows that. Dak is getting old. They do have George Pickens, who I think is overrated, and no Micah, so their defense is already worse. Yeah, give me the Eagles handedly. Number 11, there is something to look forward to in this game. Number 11, Titans versus Broncos. Give me the Broncos pretty easily. Yes, Cam Ward's first game, I do think he's going to struggle. I do think Broncos win this game kind of in a blowout fashion. Bo Nix looks good. Courtland Sutton, obviously. I do think Broncos are going to be a pretty good team. And I really hope Cam Ward does good. For a first overall pick, you don't obviously want him to fail. But yeah, I think he's going to struggle his first game a lot. So give me the Broncos. Number 10, give me Bengals versus Browns. This can go either way, people are saying. A lot of people are picking Cleveland because of Joe Burrow struggling to begin the season and how Kevin Stefanski and the Browns kind of do beat the Bengals a lot. I am going Cincy. I think the Bengals beat the Browns here. Joe Flacco, I do think it is the right call for Cleveland. It is in Cleveland. The secondary should be Shador, though. I do think Shador will start second after Flacco is done starting. But the only big issue is obviously the Bengals defense, but Joe Burrow just needs to get out of the gate early. He has to get them early. Because I'm telling you one thing, Joe Burrow cannot start the season 1-3 and continue to succeed, because then he's going to fall out of top 5 QB conversations. But this year's different. Give me the Bengals, please. Number 9, this game can actually go a little bit either way. Number 9, give me Steelers versus Jets. I am going with the Steelers. Jets are a mess. They're a mess of a team. I do like how it's Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields going back to their old teams. I'm going to say this game's ugly, though. This game might be 13-10 Pittsburgh, 14-10 Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf will do something. I'm not a fan of the Jets, obviously. I do obviously want Justin Fields to succeed. I think Justin Fields, I want him to find a team where he does well at. But for this game, Steelers win. Number 8, got a little division game. 49ers versus Seahawks. Give me the Niners. I think they're back. I think they're back this year. It's a huge question mark with the Seahawks and Sam Darnold. I obviously don't think he's going to have a good of a season as he did last year with the Vikings. But then again, when your coach is Kevin McConnell, you're going to be good. But your coach, Mike McDonald, I think he's a pretty good new coach. I love JSN. Not really sold on Kenneth Walker a lot, but their defense is pretty good. And yeah, the Niners hopefully have a healthy CMC. I'm not totally sold on Brock Purdy still. I've never been a huge Brock Purdy fan his entire career, but he's good. And yeah, just from what happened last year, I think Niners will be back and they'll start the season 1-0. Number 7, kind of an upset. I think this is an upset. This is my one upset-ish. Number 7, give me Monday night, Vikings versus Bears. I am taking the Bears, and I'll tell you why. 100% question mark on the Vikings, right? What about JJ? I understand you have Jay Jettis, who is the best wide receiver in the league, but JJ is a huge question mark, and I do feel like, just like last year, how the Bears started okay, I think the Bears will do that again this year, and I do like what the Bears did in the offseason. I really love how they have 2 tight ends in the draft. Hopefully Caleb is better. Obviously, it's not really his fault. It's kind of the O-line, but we need people to protect Caleb. And I do think the Bears will get this win, and it'll be kind of a shocker, I think, because obviously on paper the Vikings are the better team. But give me the Bears. That's an upset. Number 6, this game could be too high, but I like this game a lot. Number 6, Raiders versus Patriots. This game's actually going to be very good. If you told me like 2-3 years ago that these two teams were playing each other, I'd be like, wow, this game sucks. Raiders and Patriots, 2 up-and-coming teams. By the way, I'm taking New England, the Patriots. Drake May, Stephon Diggs, new coach Mike Vrabel. I love him as a coach. I think this Patriots team will finally click and maybe get a wild card spot. That's a whole different video for another time. Yeah, in terms of the Raiders, you never know about Geno. I'm not a huge fan of Geno. I do think Ashton Genty will get Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year at least. And Brock Bowers had an amazing rookie season in terms of a tight end. They have Beck, that receiver. They have Myers. This game will be shockingly good. Top 5. Number 5, Buccaneers versus Falcons. We saw this week 3, week 4 last year. Very good game. Obviously taking the Bucs. I am very high on the Buccaneers this year. Falcons. In the little bit that we saw Penix last year, I enjoyed Penix. We saw him for like 3 weeks last year. Drake London, not sold on Kyle Pitts. Bijan should have a pretty good year. I think the Falcons are actually not that bad, but this Bucs offense is just absolutely clicking though. Egbuka, Mike Evans, Bucky Irving, Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin, which I hope he's healthy. I mean, this Bucs team is going to go on a run. Bucs win. Number 4 could also be an upset. Number 4, give me Lions versus Packers, another divisional game. I am not biased. Trust me, I am not biased. I am going with the Packers, and I'll tell you why. Yes, are the Lions a better team on paper? Absolutely they are. But for all the people who are saying, oh, this could be kind of a little bit of a downfall with the Lions, I am kind of seeing it actually. Yes, this team hasn't changed too much besides losing your offensive and defensive coordinator and getting new ones. And I do feel like we got to see that a lot in preseason and even the Hall of Fame game. I know it doesn't really matter, but for coaching it does. I am taking the Packers. I think I think we're going to be a good team this year. Micah Parsons, I don't know if he's playing or not. I don't think he is. He kind of has that injury that I saw. And yeah, I think we have the capability, to beat the Lions. Packers win. Number 3, the Friday game in Brazil, Chiefs versus Chargers. Very good second game of the year. This game can go either way. I'm seeing people say Chargers. As much as I want the Chargers so badly, I'm picking the Chiefs. Yeah, I think the Chiefs are very good at taking down teams in their division. I know the Broncos and Chargers are supposed to be good this year. I still think the Chiefs beat them. And I'm not sure if the Chiefs can, they don't lose a lot of week 1 games. I know 2 years ago we saw the Lions beat them, but last year Ravens almost beat them. I'm picking the Chiefs to win. But Chargers, prove me wrong, please. Number 2, second best game. Give me the Texans versus the Rams. If both these offenses are clicking, this game's going to be electric. I'm picking the Rams, but this game's going to be freaking electric. I mean, Texans, you got Joe Mixon, who's out until week 5, I heard. Nick Chubb, who knows how he's going to play. I think CJ's back. He didn't have that great of a year last year. I think he's back. The receivers are pretty good, but this Rams offense is also sleeping, and Matthew Stafford is playing week 1. So, give me the Rams. And that leads us to number 1. What is the best game of the year? What is the best game of the week? That is going to be, pretty obviously, Sunday Night Football, Ravens versus Bills. I mean, this is the clear number 1 best game of the week, right? It's not even close. Give me Buffalo. I understand that this game is tough, and I will acknowledge that this game is tough. But we are pretty good at beating Lamar, and we're pretty good at beating the Ravens. Yes, I know we lost 40-10 last year versus them. I don't want to talk about that. But we're pretty good at beating them. It's in Buffalo. Fans are going to go crazy. and the Bills have one of the easiest schedules in the league. So, give me Buffalo. Let's go! Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video and the first ever installment of this NFL predictions / little recaps. I'm going to have so fun making these. And yeah, we are all going to get ready for football and get excited for some NFL content. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. I will also keep track of how many I got right and how many I got wrong, and I will tell you in the recaps video how well I did. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video, and hope you have an amazing NFL season. Hope you enjoy time watching football, and see you in the next one. Peace.